Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting game of Shadows of Austin, Changeling the Lost, 2nd edition. The scene opens on Charlemagne waiting very patiently beside his car, which is most definitively not a Bugatti, for the others to arrive at Safe Storage Solutions. The warehouse facility is one of those multi-storage locations that you can go to, rent a locker, and is controlled by the Autumn Court, one Jack O'Rourke. Now, the location itself is relatively secure, with the vast majority of individuals who come and go from it feeling safe, knowing that anything they keep here, magical, threatening, or mundane, will be safely secured. In the parking lot, while Charlemagne's waiting, he can see that the sky overhead is a bright and not so cheery one, with overcast clouds that are threatening rain at a moment's notice. The weather is balmy, it's light, and the first person to come up to him is the first one he's going to need. Lillian enters the scene.
So Lillian turns up, wearing very much the outfit here. She approaches, she'll line her head towards Charlemagne. Um,
She'll smile. He'll smile and look. So, I'm really gonna need you today. Hopefully, if we find this book, we'll get some more answers. So, no one has to die.
I hope so, Your Majesty.
I know. So, have faith. It'll be fine. If you walk in thinking you already lost, then you lost. He sort of rocks on his feet, with anticipation. How have things been at the Autumn Court? You guys holding up okay? Do you need anything?
We we are holding up right now.
Okay. So if you guys need anything, don't feel like you can't reach out for help.
You guys can enter whenever you want.
About this time, Mel will come in. She has a duffel bag with her.
Charlemagne will beam, smile, wave.
Mel will smile and wave at Charlemagne.
You made it.
I did.
You're coming, right? Just say you're coming, right? Yes.
Um,
Yes.
That's what I'm here for, yeah.
How's everyone? On your side, that is.
Doing okay. I think they're gonna be a little upset. I haven't been home in so long, but they'll understand I've had a good reason.
Yeah.
How are things with you?
Things are great. Um, Making sure Penelope is okay and all that, but it's been pretty slow. Just sort of trying to keep things from going a little crazy.
Okay. You mean crazier than they already are?
Oh yes, things can always get worse.
At this point, Damien enters, stretching out and glancing about. He's been summoned to help find some book. He isn't too keen on the specifics. That cold, warm breeze follows him as he enters, and he shoots a smile at everyone there. Ah, the court's working together. A beautiful thing.
As a
Sure
side
is.
as a side note, none of you guys have seen each other's. Well, one of you guys haven't seen everyone's mien before. If you guys wouldn't mind describing your mien and mantle to him.
Wait, you're talking to me, right?
Well, I was talking to everyone because I know they haven't seen yours, and you haven't been in the scene with all of them yet. So
Nope. Damien's mean. He appears kind of a little bit hunchback. His clothes are rimmed with frost. He seems to have a spring mantle, though. His skin, although ice cold, has flowers that seem to bloom along the arms that seem to also have a rim of frost about them. It's almost as if he's a walking oxymoron. I kind of want him to have a nickname that people have been calling him, probably kind of detractors at first, the Frozen Spring, but he keeps it. He likes it.
Okay. Charlemagne will, I guess, smile, seeing someone from his court showing some interest. It's been a little hard as of late. Charlemagne, for those who don't, who have not seen him before, has a very overpowering scent of lemongrass and warm honey. There's a feeling of anticipation and joy when you're in his presence that comes over in almost startling ways. Um, there is a feeling that also accompanies the aforementioned ones, a feeling of excitement. The excitement usually accompanied before getting one of the best surprises of your life. And he seems cheerful. Every once in a while, you'll see flowers and some thorns and brambles prick up over his skin, and he sort of carelessly picks it off, throws it to the wind. I'm glad you could make it, Damien. We were expecting you.
I'm always glad to be of service. That's one of the best things I do, he says, and he winks again.
He'll smile. Is there anyone
So what about this book?
we have
I
no idea.
believe you said we... Go ahead.
It's a book that we don't know what it looks like until we know what we're looking at. It's weird like that. It'll be a little hard, but we're capable.
Ah, I see. That makes sense. Damon's going to go off on his own in the corner for a moment.
It looks like with the Autumn Court's permission, we will be going through Safe Storage Solutions. And according to Lillian, we have the okay, so at her leave.
Tim, that since you missed part of it, Charlemagne just said it would be by Lillian's leave when you guys would be willing to set out through the passage.
Oh, wait. I didn't catch all that. Something about Lillian's leave. Are they asking Lillian if they can go or some shit?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right.
Okay. Lillian just nods. The spider nods.
Damien is doing something first, real quick. I think. Let me see real quick. I got to look it up.
Charlemagne will look to the crowd. Make sure you can defend yourselves. We are going through unknown drought, but things tend to wander. Make sure you can protect yourselves and do the best of it. If you can't, let me know. Things can be a bit hectic and while we're going from place to place.
While Damien is preparing and everyone is walking together, Lillian has taken you over to Lot 13, which is the way into the Goblin Markets from here. It's a trod, so you're going to have to actually walk through the hedge. And for once, you guys don't have a pressing limit or need for speed, meaning it will be a relatively safe journey. Safe Storage Solutions doesn't have any real guards who stand in front of it. I mean, if you're careless enough to walk through, it's a problem for you anyways. However, sitting out front, as usual, is a hob in a lawn chair who looks just like a short, squat man to most people, but to you, he is clearly a goblin, like those that you have seen in perhaps the Harry Potter movies. It's kind of like those ones at Gringotts. Sitting there, looks up, lowers his sunglasses. All right. So, what's it today?
Looking at Lillian, tis her show. She is the guide.
Out of character, I actually don't know where we're going.
The Goblin Market, remember? Yes.
No, I didn't know it was the goblin specifically. Okay.
And the way through is to hand over one of your gold coins that the Autumn Court has access to the guardsman.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Yep.
Yeah, Lillian will say, we're going to be going to the markets today.
Coin. He sticks out a hand, waiting for the coin. Tim,
Damien, by the way, is in the back, kind of muttering to himself under his breath. He's activating a contract. I'm going to be using Mastermind's Gambit with the goal of finding someone who's seen the book.
All right, you're going to activate Mastermind's Gambit. I assume you're going to be just outright spending on this one. So that's 2 glamour. Takes you a moment to get it going. And you're listening to Damien mumbling for not just a short bit, but for around 5 full minutes of him just mumbling something to himself. All right. You now have a plus. Oh, sorry. Did you want to use your Ferris clause or not?
I'm sorry, I can barely hear you. You said something about the clause at the end, and it cut out.
I asked, did you want to use your Ferris clause or not?
No, not going into the Goblin Market to make a group of mortals. That sounds like it'd be a bad idea.
Yep, that could very well be. So, you are not going to use the Ferris clause. You have your +5 equipment bonus to this.
Okay.
All right.
My bad.
Feel good about that.
What's going on?
The guard in front of the door, the goblin, who the squat one, kind of like a Gringotts goblin sitting in the lawn chair, has lowered his sunglasses, extended a hand to you while you're listening to Damien mumbling to himself in the background. Coin.
Already? So yeah, the answer that she said, I just think that I disconnected right when I said it, is we're going to be going to the markets today.
Then Goblin sticks out his hand, says, "All right, coin." Because the traditional thing to do is to hand over, to get through this gateway, is you have to hand over a gold coin, which is provided to each member of the Autumn Court.
Okay, so yeah, she shall produce the coin.
He'll take it, bite it, nod, and then he will draw with his long nail on his index finger a strange S-shaped sigil before opening the storage facility into what looks like a path into the hedge, surrounding you with green vines and trees and the sounds of chirping birds. It looks so inviting on this cobblestone footpath.
Hashtag never again.
Proceed.
Thank you.
Steps into the hedge.
Steps into the goddamn hedge, mad. Actually, no. Let me rephrase that. Steps into the motherfucking hedge.
So I assume everyone piles their way into the hedge, and behind them the doors close, and all you see is that the path has dead-ended at what looks like a tree with a door in it. As you guys walk down the path, you notice that the cobblestones are well maintained. There are about every 50 feet or so an iron-looking lamppost of rusting metal with fireflies inside glass containers lighting it, so it would be lit at night should that be needed. You can smell alluring, tasty smells off the path, catching glimpses of fantastic beasts. You now know where to find them. Does anyone decide to go off the trail because they want to go investigate any?
You never leave the trail.
well, Mel and Damien might decide that going into the hedge is a good idea.
I will fight them.
No.
Very well, then. So the group continues down the path, the sounds of their feet clanking against the cobblestones until they finally come to the markets with nary an issue. And it is there at the markets they can see the markets are open for business. But now, behind them, pretty much attached to them, is a giant castle. And unlike yours, which is a series of towers connected together, this one looks like one straight out of a fairy tale, a fantasy, a Disney theme park.
Lillian kind of looks off in the distance. Some other time, she says to herself.
I'm not going to deal with that today.
Inside the markets, you find that people are carting around creatures, books, parchment, eyeballs, missing left socks. All the wonders you can find.
Let's start looking.
All right. So you guys are looking for someone to help you do this. Are you guys going to be each individually kind of wandering through trying to figure out it on your own, or is this a teamwork action?
Teamwork.
No, we're going to give a fuck ton of dice to Charlemagne so we can ace this shit.
Is that what Damien's doing, Corey? Okay. So for a teamwork action...
Damien's definitely going to help out.
All right, so if we're doing a teamwork action... Charlemagne...
Actually, Since someone by the name of Damien has already done a thing, they seems
Ah,
well equipped to want to do the thing. I'm not going to take his thunder.
okay.
So I
Damien will
will give
make
him
the
a
roll.
chance to show off.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
get it. Let's
Then in
give
that case, everyone needs to give me nope, not intelligence. Sorry, a wits plus a cult roll to make their way through the market to see if they can find something. The only one here who's getting an equipment bonus will be Damien. But Damien, Corey, do not roll yet. Wait till everyone else has rolled. Their successes become extra dice for you.
Okay, I did not know this was intelligence occult. This is not a bad dice pool for
Oh,
me.
wits plus a cult. Wits plus
Wits
a
Oh,
cult.
occult.
what's occult?
Because you guys
It's-
are kind of searching through and looking around rather than doing a solid research into this. So,
same
I will-
dice pool. All right.
so wits plus a cult roll, everyone.
Can I add my automantle?
Yes, you can add your automantle.
Bitchin'.
Same with Mel.
Okay,
Because
so that is.
my autumn courtiers are definitely getting their mileage out of that.
Yes, we are.
All right, so Charlemagne is adding 2 dice. Lillian's adding 1 die. And Mel is adding
3 dice. I need my sheet actually open for this.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Usually helpful. But yeah, for locations like this and
I'm
information.
assuming I'll get my mantle bonus for this one, since this is a mundane teamwork action.
It is mundane.
Okay. 2.
No one's really using supernatural. This isn't for a supernatural effect. But let me check one thing about that real quick.
Oh, damn!
No, because you're not trying to help an ally. They're building into you, so you would not get your dice bonus.
No, fair
I
enough.
would get my dice bonus. So actually,
Yes.
can I roll
Yes, you-
extra 5 dice?
Yes, you can. I assumed. Let's see. Yep. So that's 6 successes adding into this teamwork roll.
Mhm.
I'm going
None.
to give. I'm going to, since you got an exceptional, I'm going to give you the informed condition.
Yay.
And Charlemagne is a dairy farmer.
Yay.
And so you now have an informed condition for the goblin markets. You'll want to note that on your character sheet because you can burn that later for bonuses.
Yep.
For Mel. As for you, Mr. Damien gets 9 extra dice on his roll. In addition to his
Okay.
equipment bonus, in addition to whatever he has for wits plus occult.
Okay, one second. Let me do the math here. All right, he's gonna willpower this because he wants to impress these people.
Oh, spring.
Because he has
Extra
no
as fuck.
occult.
That's fine. It's so spring.
Oh,
Impressive.
so you have no occult, so you're taking a -1 die penalty. Sorry, -3 die penalty, I believe, for that.
I just want to point out he has like plus 11 dice and he's spending a willpower. Your character's nickname was Frozen Rose. I nominate that we rename that into Extra Rose.
But remember, you're -3 dice because you don't have a dot in the skill, so you are okay. Rolled 4 successes. So all of you go around searching, pointing things out, trying to find it, compiling together, and Damien, leading the way, guides you with his excellent plan. Your contract's duration is over because you have succeeded in finding the perfect person there. And it's not who you expected or wanted.
God damn it.
Because no, it's not a goblin that you find. He leads you directly to a young woman currently in the clothing section of the market, going through, looking at things. She stops, looks over. frowns at the sight of all of you, and then starts walking
no.
away.
Wait,
Is
who
it
do
is
we
it
recognize it?
Matsumoto?
It's Matsumoto.
Oh man, now we fucked up. Now we fucked up.
And she's walking away from you.
Excuse me, Matsumoto.
Charlemagne,
Do you have a moment?
all right, she says, cocking her hips to the side, crossing her arms.
Is there a better place we can talk?
She quirks a brow at that. Are we talking secure or are we talking private?
Take this as a gesture of goodwill. It's something that we need, but the more private, the better.
Freehold's out of the question then. So, the Broken Promises Tavern it is.
At your leave.
Nice.
And she will start guiding you there. Azuki Matsumoto, when you get near her, happens to have the sound of coins falling downstairs into running water that just kind of echoes in your ears. She looks lovely as always with flowers in her hair, lotuses and cherry blossoms around her. She leads you inside to the Broken Promises Tavern, tosses a silver coin over to the proprietor, Harper Lee, who fishily puts it away in a bowl before she goes upstairs, leading you to a small room, double bed, which she plops down onto, sitting there, hands in her lap. As soon as everyone's in and the door is closed and locked, she motions at Charlemagne to speak.
While this happens, Damien's going to sit down. He's going to reach inside his suit pocket and unfold some paper and begin playing with it because he's going to activate another contract because he's just that kind of guy.
With that, Charlemagne will look at you and just say, "Hold on a minute." There's some things that Damien may or may not know about the interactions between Spring and this chick. Let's not incite hostilities.
I'm not inciting hostility, and you don't know what I'm doing.
Rock out.
I'm gonna fold and I just need to know her results.
That would be a -4 to you.
Nice. Let me get my dice pool assembled here.
Because I know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, you probably do. Okay, 1 second. All right, spending willpower for this as well.
Okay.
Cool. So, First thing, is she suffering any of those conditions? Since you know what I'm doing.
Which conditions are you going? Oh wait, you're going to ask that first. Give me 1 second. I had to double check something.
No problem.
Um. Okay. Which are you going to do all 3 folds, or are you and
Right. The first fold's going to just reveal if she's suffering any of the conditions. If not, then I'm going to continue forward and do the next fold.
okay. I just wanted to make sure that you were going to be willing to go all the way, or if you weren't aiming for that. So.
Yep, he's folded.
All right. No. No. None of them.
Okay, then what I'm going to do is do the infliction of the obsession condition, and I'm going to set it for a trigger of being asked to help find the book.
All right, so you're going to give the obsession condition. You're going to set it for a trigger of when asked to find the book. And so that will be for one action. It will not be a persistent one on them. And then you're good. All right.
He just folds his paper and puts it away.
Okay. Needed to double check that. So you've spent your glamour. That took you a little bit to get off. So before that kicks in, did Charlemagne want to explain?
I actually lost track of what I was talking about.
You had just come here. She was the one who you came to, and you realized she had the information.
Okay. So what he's asking is, I know that my court and yours hasn't always been on the best of terms, but I hope to fix and remedy that. We're currently in search for something that comes into your purview. It's a little tricky, but I do believe if you're willing to help, it would definitely better solidify a stronger standing for future negotiations.
You're asking me to help you with a project.
A small one.
All right, ask away.
What I'm actually looking for is a specific book. But the thing is, this book can only be found if you know what you're looking for.
So you want me to help you find it?
Correct.
That's a tall order. One moment. I need to invite Corey back. Apparently, links are not working. All right. That's a tall order.
Okay.
So what do you know about the book?
I know that this book has detailed information about alleviating and proceeding with curses.
All right. Curses.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds more like something the bookkeeper would have been able to help you with. Is it something?
We already checked the no such log.
It must be something more specific then. What type of curse?
It's a type of curse related to what's Penelope's mom called again? I'm sorry, it's like escaping me.
Dollop caster.
Dollop caster.
What happened when I got kicked? I missed a lot.
So Charlemagne, while you were folding, because it's going to take you multiple turns to fold.
Yeah, it takes 2 turns for that, I think,
Yep.
or whatever it is.
Opened up by asking and explaining the situation before you were finished. So just getting through
That's
that.
okay. Damien will just ask again in a minute. Unless she already agreed, in which case he'll just back off.
She hasn't agreed. She's just asking questions about it. Do you know, is this Arcadian in nature or?
Yes.
And the bookkeeper didn't have it, so curses, very specific, related to Dollop caster. Well, that sounds exactly like what my court trades in, so you came to the right place. We probably have something like that. Did you need a particular book, or any book on those subjects will do?
You needed a very specific book.
I assume you don't know the name.
Nope. That was part of the issue.
All right. And she looks at Lillian. Yes.
No, this isn't Lillian talking. This is
Oh.
Tim.
Oh.
Did Lillian get a name of the book?
No one has the name of the book so far. No.
Okay. Sorry.
Well, I can look into this. What do we get in exchange?
In exchange, he mumbles and sort of thinks to himself, placing a thumb in his mouth.
I mean, you could just get the feeling of helped out your fellow changelings, Damien says. We really need the help. Would you please help us find this book?
Lillian just turns to Damien. Doesn't say anything.
She'll pause. An uncharacteristic, genuine smile crossing her face. I think I can help you find the book. Is that what you desire the most? She says, looking at Damien.
What did she say?
Is that
The
what
book
you desire
is...
the most?
I don't think I'm hearing it right.
She looked at Damien and asked him, "Is that what you desire the most?"
Oh, this girl. Damien goes, I desire to do right by others. That is my desire. To make the freehold better and to do right by any changeling.
She shakes her head. Doesn't help. She looks over and points at Charlemagne. Is that what you desire the most?
With that, Charlemagne still, he's very much paying attention to what she's saying, but he's mulling something over in his head. If somebody else wanted to jump in or to add anything, they could if they wanted to.
You know what? Fuck it. Lillian has something she can add. she will raise her hand and say, I do have something I can offer.
She tilts her head. Go on.
There we go. Sorry about that.
Go on.
The Court of Coins very much values the acquisition of, well, monetary wealth. What if I were to tell you that, well, you may not have a need for this, but I could give you a bit of insight into your next big transaction and help you make sure that you get the most out of it.
Her eyes narrow. Not interested in that. I'm interested in the book. So none of you desire the book. That's going to make this harder.
What?
Charlemagne just simply
What do
says,
you mean by desiring the book?
Want it, need it, require it. It has to be your heart's desire, but none of you desire the book. So
I don't know, I would say it's my heart's desire, but it is a desire, a strong one.
not good enough, not what I need. I'll find the book. I'll find a way to get you the book. Just give me a moment. I'll be back. She says, walking out, frustrated. Leaving the rest of you in the room for the time being.
Mel folds her arms over her chest and kind of tries to blend into the shadows. Make sure her hat is pulled down over her face.
Minutes pass. Minutes become an hour. An hour becomes 2. About 3 hours later, she returns. Entering the room. I have a book.
Charlemagne, well, can I see it?
She hands it over. Is it the right book?
Is it the right book?
You're looking at it. Could be. It's a heavy leather tome with a solid steel clasp. And when the steel is so polished, you can see your reflection in it.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't reflect your mask like it's supposed to. It reflects your mien when you're looking at that steel, marking it as something otherworldly. Inside, you notice there are multiple pages written on ancient-looking parchment, written in what you can only assume is some form of blood, by the way it kind of oozes and congeals and moves across the page. Looking through, could be. It mentions your freehold, but you would need to do more research to be 100% certain if this book regarding your freehold is the exact one you need.
Charlemagne, we'll just take a minute. Way I can verify it. What would I need to roll?
Intelligence plus occult.
I'm going to make that roll as well.
For those who happen to be Autumn Courtiers making the roll and looking on with Charlemagne, add your mantle to it.
Got it.
Okie dokie.
And we'll see what people come up with. With how well you've been doing today, Lillian, you feel pretty inspired.
Like a baller.
That one's going to only last till the end of the session, however.
All right. But inspired applies to any role, right?
Inspired, indeed, would apply to any role.
Successes.
Okay. So, Charlemagne, you've looked it over. You can't make heads or tails of this. But Mel recognizes this book immediately for what it is. It is some sort of, not spell book, not grimoire, but almost as if it was a living astrological guide. And I do emphasize the phrase living. As for you over there, Lillian is clearly an expert subject matter at this point. This is definitely an Arcadian tome taken from Arcadia itself, with information detailing out the secrets of the locked tower.
Unfortunately, if it wasn't her heart's desire before, it definitely is now.
Adding to this, it's not a True Fae, but it does contain a True Fae's title.
Oh!
Which title, you aren't sure. That will take an extended action, many days of research and cross-referencing, but you're 100% sure you felt that kind of magic before.
All right. Lillian is going to look at Charlemagne and nod, and she's going to say, "This is exactly what we need, and I think it has a bit more than that."
Mel will nod in agreement.
So, Charlemagne, can we say that we're even now, or what happened at the club?
And the first time he looks at her and he chuckles. Yes, we're even.
Great. Now that the debt is cleared and everything is, I hope, under the bridge between us.
I may not like the way you do things, but that shouldn't imply that I don't respect you.
Well, from one future monarch to another monarch, let me just say, the market is definitely open if you need any of our services.
There's one thing I sort of wanted to bring to your attention. That tower over there points to the horizon.
Your freehold?
Everyone in your court is accounted for?
As best as we can.
Oh.
Did you need me to summon some of them?
Not currently, but if a matter should arise, let me know.
We can trade information. As I'm not the current ruling monarch, I can't make any promises about how much I can share, but...
Who's currently ruling right now?
The court of Barter managed to win its position.
I guess that's going to take some doing to get it back.
Well, if the Court of Favors wants to get it back, it's up to them. I personally don't care whether I hold the crown or not. Is there anything else you need?
Not at all. Charlemagne will take the book, place it in the satchel, and incline of his head. Have a good day.
She will give a slight curtsy back and then wait for everyone to leave the room.
Mal will give a slight bow. Thank you, my lady. Your assistance in this matter won't be forgotten.
I'm ensuring I'm leaving with them with my phone number.
She looks at it kind of confused. And does Lillian leave as well?
Yeah, but before she'll do so, she will much do the very similar. She'll bow as well and say, "Thank you for your time and effort, Miss Matsumoto."
I, as the storyteller, need to go do something real quick. Talk among yourselves as you guys are preparing to leave.
Okay.
Alrighty.
That went better than I expected.
Definitely.
What were you expecting?
Not sure, but this was definitely positive.
Well, clearly she wanted to help out. I mean, obviously a nice girl like that.
Mel's head tilts to the side, and her hair kind of falls out from in front of her face. You can see the glowing eyes looking at you from under the brim of her hat. Have you met her?
No, but she was very pleasant this time. I mean, she gave it for free, basically.
I don't think I've met you before. My name is Lillian. She's speaking to Damien, by the way.
You cut out, what'd you say?
She said, "I don't think I've met you before. My name is Lillian."
Damien. Otherwise known as the Frozen Spring.
Blinks. She'll not. Fair enough. Would you prefer to be called Frozen Spring?
Either or, it doesn't matter.
Very well. Are you only recently becoming involved in events of the Freehold? Did I cut out again?
No, I think...
No, that's me. Just 1 second.
Oh, okay. There was one other thing. I didn't want to shout it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
This book has a pulse to it, but not in the way that you may be thinking. The book itself, we're not holding a member of the gentry. However, we are holding a title that I believe belongs to a member of the gentry.
Are you serious?
Intense.
I highly recommend, Your Majesty, that we do our due diligence in researching this as finely as we can.
I think that's the next objective, sir. Am.
She'll nod and she'll say, if you would have me on this task, I will do it to the best of my ability.
Sort of wanted to open it to people that are willing to help. The more people that are willing to help, the easier the task becomes.
She'll nod.
But I don't see why not. Just that once all of this is said and done, that book is locked away good and proper.
She'll say, for the moment, I will assume that that will be the course of action. I am unsure of what Cage will choose to do.
I'll speak with him, since he's my motley mate. But
She'll nod. Like, that one soul, she was just like, she just don't know.
it wasn't.
No, I get you.
Whoever gets to him first.
Yeah.
But good day. Thank you for coming, Damien. You were helpful.
So out of game, did anyone want to go explore the Freehold since you have a team together?
Fuck
I'm
it. Let's
I'm
rock
down.
this shit.
I'm down. Let's do it.
If so, you just bring it up icily, and I'll get you guys on your way.
All right. Lillian's got this shit. She's inspired and informed. She's feeling herself today. This is a confident spider.
Big
So
dick
look over.
energy. Let's do it.
Exactly. She's gonna look over, and she's gonna say, "I do believe that this could be. This is up to you, but we expended far less resources than I expected."
I think Matsumoto just wanted us to be not hostile, which is unexpected, but
She'll look over at the tower, which is the Freehold, because the Freehold is also a tower, right?
The Freehold itself is a series of towers clustered around one giant central tower.
All right, she's gonna look over at that, and she's gonna say, if I may make a recommendation, I think it may be worthwhile for us to get a closer look at everything there, since we admittedly left in a bit of a hurry.
all right. Are you coming though?
Yes, but perhaps we should make sure that thing, and she'll point at the book, is locked away somewhere safe first, before we go bringing it into the Freehold.
Or did you want to do the research now? And in a few hours, like OOC, like spend some time. Let's get the rolls out now, then do the thing.
If you guys are going to be making rolls to research the book, that's going to be days of your time. Each roll is going to represent a day.
Okay.
Yeah, the only way that can, I think Lillian can fuck with that with Brownie's Bone, but that would be like, give me glamour.
Lillian here is the only one who has a fuck with that power.
Fuck with that power. I'm gonna keep that. I'm keeping that term.
All right. So needs to be kept in safe storage solutions under lock and key. If we can make a pit stop, that should be okay. Since you're going to be heading this out, Lillian, I'm putting a lot of my best courtiers at your disposal. You tell them what to do.
Understood, Your Majesty. As there is internal screaming because she did not ask for people to be put under her command, but this is happening today.
For the purposes of this, it'll just show how spring and autumn can work together in times of strife. I see no why we need to muddy the water.
Oh, she'll have a soft kind of smile at that, you know, because she knows that autumn spring opposition is real as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Do we need to make any kind of rolls for fucking with God dang it. Okay, I got my train of thought. Do we need to make any kind of rolls for going back and putting the book at safe storage?
No, because again, you're not on a time limit. You guys don't have a rush, like you have had in all the other cases. So, since no one has a pressing need, taking a trod is fine. You guys aren't going to need a roll for that. Specifically a safe trod like this one. It's just one of the advantages of pre-established trods.
Where is Damien coming back?
I don't know. Corey hasn't responded. So I
don't want to leave him out.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Same. Which is why I was going to just run you guys going back for a little bit and see if he responds.
Okay.
And if he doesn't respond, then I will assume the worst and that work has finally caught up with him. So, that being said, you guys are on your way back. Does anyone decide to go off the trail?
No.
No.
Nope.
One of these days, the answer is going to be yes.
And on that day, I'm going to demand to take all my willpower back.
Yeah.
On that day, a large bear shall pick them up and carry them down the trod.
On that day, we roll initiative because it's going to be bear versus spider.
I'm down with being dragged off. Don't got time for that.
So you guys go back to Safe Storage Solutions. You go to drop off the book. Rourke isn't there, but there are a couple of Fey Touched who help run the facility that can see to those needs. Coincidentally, about that point, there is one Spring Courtier available that you know of. Most of the others are fairly busy right now doing stuff for the courts. So let's see. Who is on the availability list? Well, the easiest one you can call would be your close and personal friend, Penelope.
Oh, no. She's been through so much.
You can
I
call
feel like
Madam...
the dick just kind of keep knocking on her, but yo, I know you're like not right in the head right now, but like the court needs you. But I'm crying. That's nice, but the court needs you.
That's fine. We get some tissues on the way, girl. Come on.
Uh,
Get in the Bugatti.
you can contact Madame Laurent, but she'd be probably the least useful to look after or look at the book with the combat skills of a wet paper bag and the occult knowledge of the same. You could contact Xavier Masters. I mean,
We're
If
gonna
you-
leave chicken shit to his own.
We gonna let that. We're gonna let that
Let's
slide.
let that sit.
you can contact Travis Smith, your resident broman, but I don't think Broheim has necessarily the skills you're looking for. And you could contact. Yeah, I just went through your spring list. You're down to Penelope. So
Oh no!
All right. So for this month, I guess I'm down a favor.
Mm-mm. Oh, it's not that big of a deal to call for this. She'll just show up.
Okay.
She'll come up to the place, pulling up in not her car, but an Uber.
Make
The
sure you
Uber
run.
driver is checking her out as she gets out, as beautiful and gorgeous and radiant as she is. Getting out of the vehicle, especially since
Charlemagne will abruptly close the door and saying, "No, not today."
the driver looks a little actually perturbed by that.
What are you doing? What? Snap. Thank you for your time,
Uh,
creeper.
but
Look,
what are you,
look,
her brother?
Do you want to test me right now? He looks at her. What?
Lillian is just gonna diffuse the situation by just kind of coming by the Uber dude's car, and hey, look, mysteriously the Uber guy has a 20, and she'll just say thank you for your time.
We'll take the 20, pocket that, drive off.
She'll look
Penelope
at- I
is
can
there
get him.
in her princess gown, actually.
I can get him. If you really want me to, I can get him.
And it's fine. Mel,
Sure? I can drop him off at State Store. You can just ask some meaningless questions.
no, it's fine. No, Charlemagne. Lillian.
She'll wave. Hello, Penelope. How are you?
Fairly okay. I was only followed once yesterday.
Who followed you?
Who followed you?
I don't know who. It just, you hear footsteps, and so I ran home. No one followed me into the shop, so might have been nothing.
Mm,
You know, you always have the spare room if you want it.
It's fine. I mean, just I have to be careful, I guess.
not to it seem like I'm trying to outdo His Majesty. If you want, I can come over whenever you like. I don't really sleep. Coffee helps.
If you want to come by, sure.
Lillian's gonna read those intentions. She's gonna read in between the lines. I'm just going Blue Book coming down to Penelope's and just kind of staying there for a hot minute.
Sounds like we're both gone because we're about to have like a spooky movie night.
So you wanted me to look at something?
Whips out book. I think we found it.
You mean the one,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
the one Nicholas? You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Positive.
Okay, she says, reaching out for it.
She'll kind of like as Charlemagne kind of like as I assume Charlemagne is holding it out to her. Lillian will kind of step forward, not like in between her and the book, but she'll say, "We still don't know all of that book's capabilities."
Yeah, we don't want
I'm
to
just
hand
letting
her
you know.
first book. Like,
Like she's not trying to stop it, but she is letting Penelope know so that way she's making an informed decision.
She'll reach her hand back. So, what did you need me to do with it?
what I sort of wanted you, or was more or less asking you, is if you could help with the research with Lillian. We could do it tonight if you like.
Oh, sure. I could definitely do that.
We can, make a night of it. Hocus pocus. Lots of candy corn. You'll smile.
Sure. I don't think that'd be too much of a problem.
But the other thing that we also sort of need you for is we're going to do some checking in on the freehold.
The one that you said everyone disappeared in?
Yes, that is the one.
Nods.
She looks at Mel like, seeing if she's really hearing this right.
So
Mel
you
will
approve
nod.
of it?
We need to know what happened from someone more reliable than we already heard from.
Oh,
That would be our own eyes in this case.
so you wanted me to come with you?
If this is inconvenient for you, or if you can't do it, I completely understand.
I can. No, I can do it. I mean, it's what I'm good at, right?
Being good at something and it would be infinitely easier, but I don't need you to put yourself in needless harm if you're not emotionally ready yet.
Am I ever?
That's not the question. I'm concerned about you because you're my good friend.
I know. But we lost a lot of our friends, so no, I'll help.
I'm not forcing you. This is not your order coming from your monarch. This is just a friend asking.
Which is why I'm saying yes. If it was an order, I'd probably have said no.
That's super fair. He looks.
Well, I've drawn up some very basic plans for this, since unfortunately the freehold as a whole is a bit of an unknown. But she'll whip out her phone. She's gonna start going on her Google Docs.
Google Docs.
And she will actually say, as a side note, if anyone wants the link to the plans, let me know and I'll send them to you.
I need a link to your plans. Thank you.
She'll send Sarbanes a link. But basically, she will explain so that way, like, I don't have to like type shit out. She'll say, "This is basically reconnaissance and investigation. We are not going in to pop off. If we see something going down, if something comes after us, our goal is not to engage it and take it down. Our goal is to leave as fast as possible."
So, we're just looking.
Yes, absolutely.
She lets out a sigh. All right.
I could not and would not in good conscience ask people to risk their lives to be the tip of a spear for something that we don't entirely understand yet.
She nods her head at that. She has a half smile. So you brought the three most combat experienced courtiers I know.
Mel
She-
just
she-
grins.
She looks at she looks at she looks at Charlemagne and Mel and looks to Penelope and she'll say, "Oh, I'm sorry, Penelope. I didn't know that you could fight." She'll nod.
I know a little magic. That's about it.
So if someone comes, you can turn them into candy, though, right?
She nods her head.
All right.
Just as long as they don't get too close.
Yep. Lillian will be eternally unaware that Penelope was referring to Lillian.
Let us away.
She nods. Okay, we're going to go straight into this then because Corey has not been responding, so I'm going to assume just dead internet at this point.
Okay.
So
I
every one of the locations has a way into the freehold directly without having to pass through the hedge. It's lot 42 is the entrance at Safe Storage Solutions.
okay. Unless somebody has a better unless somebody would prefer to use another entrance, like I suppose we'll take the lot 42.
I sport going through lot 42.
Let us use lot 42.
Glorious.
So you guys open the doorway. There, you walk in into the storage facility with Penelope coming behind you. The sound of her rustling dress, clearly not designed for stealth, as she does so.
Wait, did she pull up in the princess dress?
Yeah, that's why I said at the start.
Bruh, I didn't even hear that. My bad.
It's
Shit.
a beautifully hedge-spun dress of lavender and hedge pearls.
Actually, before we go in, Lillian will offer Penelope the dress that she made for the crosshairs party. The one that gives you a bonus to hide, that doesn't make you stick out like a beacon.
She smiles at that, and you know I'm a bright one, right? I'm not going to be able to hide anyways.
The Darkling
The
needs to
curse
take
of
a couple. The Darkling needs a couple of minutes to understand that.
And Charlemagne will very calmly say, only if you could be so gloriously incandescent.
She
Yeah.
blushes at that, turning a shade of pink.
Oh, Dark Souls references. But, so, with that, we head on in.
Yeah.
Well, once everyone's in the storage facility, you guys close the door behind you. You open that up, and now you can walk into the freehold. After spending a glamour, Penelope will spin the glamour for you guys.
Yep. It stands to mention, just letting you know, that Lillian's wearing her boss ass bitch hoodie. And when I say the boss ass bitch hoodie, I mean the one that gives her like hella stealth dice.
All right. Anyone else have anything? Like, I would assume that none of you guys were bringing guns because unless you have hedge spun ones, they do not work in the hedge.
Nope. Just
I have a gun. Does indeed work, yeah.
just her armor and her sword.
I got these hands.
All right.
These hands work anywhere.
Rated E for everyone. Go.
You walk into the facility, and you guys are currently coming in through a side door that leaves you in a side passage. Penelope looks around, looks at all of you. You guys are in the side passage. Is steps going up, steps going down, another door you can go through into another room.
Okay. Which way is alrighty? So we roughly know the freehold, right? Where do we know kind of like roughly where a lot of these paths lead?
The Autumn Courtiers do, because this is the entrance they come through most frequently.
Okay. So at least for Mel and Lillian, like where are we at? And
you guys are the side passages that you're in are in probably the southmost tower. Wait, Corey, let me know when you can hear me. If you can hear me, say something. Give him a second.
Okay.
There you are. Okay. Corey, can you hear me?
I sure can.
Excellent. So you guys, they dropped off the book at Safe Storage Solutions, contacted Penelope because they wanted to bring in Spring Court backup. She's literally the only one with any expertise on this, so she's there. You guys went through Lot 42 to get into the freehold, and they are now investigating whether or not they can find anything of interest here.
Cool.
You are in a side passage that you're not familiar with, because this is not the Spring Court entrance. This is the Autumn Court, and it's in some side passages at the southmost part of one of the towers. Leads easily to the library, to the occult alchemy labs, etc. That kind of stuff.
Okay.
Penelope is currently dressed in a princess dress that is definitely hedge spun, made of. You recognize the material as those of pleasant, fairy tale like dreams and hedge pearls woven into it. And so, what does the party do?
Sort of just head on in.
So Lillian is thinking maybe there's something in the library. This is kind of Lillian's thought pattern.
Mhm.
She will suggest taking a way that goes to the library. However, if someone has a better idea, she is more than down to hear it. Also, this is not a suggest. She will say, don't split the party.
The moment you say, don't split the party, you hear laughter. Deep, throaty laughter echoing through the entirety of the hall.
Where is it coming from?
Give me a wits plus composure if you're trying to tell where it's coming from. Yes, any of your perception bonuses apply.
Awesome.
Does the automantle apply?
It does not.
Nothing.
Okay. Boop-a-doop. Let me double check what my bonus for that actually is.
Charlotte, I almost forgot. Did Charlemagne want to take?
No.
Did Lillian want to take a dramatic failure?
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So that is.
Everyone keeps saying they say yes to Anthony. Do they say yes to me? No. I'm afraid of dying in the hedge, they say to the lost ST. I don't want to die here.
Can I take a dramatic failure even though I succeeded? No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, screw over the party.
Hoo! 5 successes.
I'm going to say you're inspired as well. That's going to last until the end of the session. If you end up wanting to resolve it at some point.
Okay.
So both Damien and Mel can tell that it's coming from the door in front of them that would lead them to the library. However, Mel can tell that whatever's there is standing right in front of the door.
Oh boy. Okay. So. Mel's eyes zero in right on the door to the library. She will hold her hand out for everyone behind her to stop. She looks.
What did I see? Did I see
like
the same
she's-
thing?
She looks like
no.
she's ready to pounce.
You just know that it's you also know it's coming from the library, Corey. You don't know that it's right in front of the door though. That's only Mel got that.
Okay. Makes sense.
So Mel is there ready to pounce and is holding her hand up.
Yep.
Does anyone else do anything?
Go
Sorry.
ahead.
I was just gonna say at this, she's gonna throw her hood over her hoodie, over her head. There we go. And she is looking like she's prepping for Mel to give some more info so she can react from it. Or whoever left turns up and then she can turn up. And when I say turn up, I mean get the party out of Dodge.
Mel will point to the library door. And don't see anything in front of the library door, do we? Or at least not yet.
Not yet. It's on the other side of the library door, but it's going to be in front of it. You don't see anything there because there's a door between you two. But
okay.
I think I'm just going to invoke Light Shy and then go open the door.
all right.
That might be one of the better things to do.
All right, so spending a point of glamour or
yeah, the loophole's what? I gotta stand in shadows for a couple for 1 minute.
For 1 minute.
I could try and see if we can have that time of kind of length. I'll sit there in the shadow for a minute.
All right. So you go to shadow.
Yeah, I'll find a shadow to stand there for a minute, and then I'll invoke Light Shy, and I'll go open the door.
All right. So you go in there, to stand there. During your minute, though, the door, you hear a thud, 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 like someone pounding a fist against it, followed by more laughter.
I'm no longer interested in opening the door, but I'm still interested in being invisible.
Very well.
There we go.
You hear the voice, since no one's opening the door, you hear the voice on their side. Come now. You're not going to open the door for me.
Fuck it. Oh, my bad.
Can we not though?
Maybe a weird question, Matt.
Yes.
What kind of smells are in the air?
The smell of brimstone, the smell of sulfur, the smell of ashes.
Okay.
Alrighty, so it's very clear that they know that we're here.
Yep.
Fuck the police. Lillian's just gonna. Sorry.
I was gonna say that if it wanted to come out, it would have done so already. Maybe it needs us to open the door.
Yeah. So Lillian is going to ask, just very pointedly, like, who are we speaking to?
No one ever told you, did they?
No.
No.
Well, that's okay. You brought me what I needed anyways.
Am I invisible yet?
You are invisible.
Thank God.
So, Lillian, she's going to say, what is it you needed? Are you the one that's behind the disappearances?
I'm not going to answer one of those questions. But I'll answer the other. You brought me the girl. I appreciate it.
Okay. So, at this point,
we're all dying here. Fair enough.
Mel is grabbing Penelope.
Wait, he means me?
Run.
Probably. Get out.
Get out now.
Yeah, we're running.
The door
We're running now.
bursts open the moment you guys say run. I need initiative actually from everyone now. Damn it! I did. Oh, my players are using the smart approach. That was I was hoping the curiosity would win.
Oh.
Okay, so that is 1d10 plus your modifier?
1d10 plus your modifier.
Okay.
Can someone do me a favor and throw Lillian's initiative into the side chat, please? She's got a 9.
She has a 9?
Yeah.
All right. Lillian is 9.
Okay, so that.
Calculating the big bads real quick. Haha.
Okay, 5.
Charlemagne's is an 11. Mel's is a ridiculous. And what is Damien's? Corey, you with us? Corey? Ah, yes, I see the rolling thing now.
Nine.
9? All right. Damien's is also 9. What is your which one of you has the higher wit? Let me check. Damien.
Actually, it's 10.
It's 10? Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
All right. Start of initiative. I forgot to roll for Penelope. Penelope's massive, whopping, not really high number. Dice cord, because be thinking of what you guys are going to do.
Yes.
Nope.
Do I just roll 7s? Is that all I get? That's all I'm ever going to get. Okay, Penelope, because because Penelope brought her dress, is actually going first.
Like a baller.
Yeah, this is the power of tokens with lots of points put into speed and initiative. She grabs the front of her dress, hikes it up, and in heels is sprinting back towards the door, which isn't too far from you guys, so not too long of a run, but she is sprinting.
Mm-hmm.
She's calling a full run, which will put her one more run away from the door. She just made it 24 yards.
All right, so we basically need to hold this motherfucker for one turn.
Yeah.
Well, unless you guys are also running. What does Mel do?
Penelope is making a full run.
Yes.
Okay. So, with Penelope making a full run,
Penelope's not dumb. People said run.
yeah. Fuck it. We are going to drop a point of glamour and try to activate Pounce.
You are going to try to activate Pounce. Okay. So, let me put up on the screen the person you are trying to pounce. I will let you consider, based on his appearance, if that is really what you want to do.
Okay.
Oh, hell no!
Because I know appearances matter. Just letting you know, he is already in the mask is dropped mode. That's what you're staring at right there.
Wait a minute. Because I have an automantle,
Yes.
and you've kind of said that kind of acts like a sensor.
Yes.
Is that a true fae?
Nope. You wish.
But that does say a lot.
Yes, it does. So, you can try. I'm just letting you know what you're looking at before, so you can make a informed decision about that statement.
Okay. He's big. He's terrifying. He's not a true fae.
It'll be tough.
He's big, terrifying, has no mask, is not a true fae, and is radiating red like energy off of himself. Along with is clearly the source of the sulfur, brimstone, and ash.
Yep.
Is that a mantle?
That is not a mantle.
Okay. I had to ask.
The mantle you feel radiating off of him is the sense of violence, twisting bones, like you feel your bones like trying to twist inside your bodies, and like fangs trying to rip off like all around your neck, trying to bite into you. Those are the sensations you're getting off of him.
No, we still. I just really don't want to touch him. So yeah, we're gonna try and inflict the insensate tilt.
Okay, you're gonna try to inflict the insensate tilt. Please give me your presence plus weird roll contested by his composure plus supernatural tolerance trait.
Yep.
I am sure this can only lead to good things.
I'm glad you have faith in me. And you know what? I gonna spend a point of willpower on this.
He is also spending a point of willpower. It works.
How's it feel?
Bruh. Mel's a real one.
All right. Okay. You have frozen him in place for this turn.
Mm-hmm.
That puts us on the bad guy though, and he will spend a willpower to get an action still.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Ooh. He's that boss ass bitch.
And he's going to open his mouth, and it's unhinging, showing rows and rows of shark-like teeth made of obsidian. And burning with a hellish green flame. What is Mel's defense rating?
Does being in the freehold count as being in the hedge?
Yes.
Okay. So then her defense rating is 6 with a 3-0 armor.
Okay, 6 with a 3-0 armor. All right, so he is not able to spend an extra willpower on that. Oh, I'm sorry, he can't take this action this round because he already spent a willpower.
Yep.
So he will not be able to move. You have bought yourself a turn. That puts us on Charlemagne.
I dropped my mask.
That costs a glamour.
I spin a glamour and drop my mask.
Okay. And that's a reflexive action. So what else do you want to do?
Prince of Ivy.
That you're not going to be able to activate reflexively because you have just spent a glamour to drop your mask. So you're going that will you can't. What's your weird rating again?
1.
Yeah, you're going to have. So I would suggest any other action because you can't take a activate Prince of Ivy since you can't spend any more glamour this turn.
Okay, so and I guess Charlemagne will take a rose out of his hair. The rose will fashion into a hunting rifle, and he will aim.
Okay, say that it's not a hunting rifle. Let's be clear, everyone. He said hunting rifle. No, this is a fucking Bugatti. This is. Have you guys ever seen a giant, big game elephant rifle?
Yes, actually.
That's what you're staring at. Made of rose thorns and petals, and aimed currently. So that was your action, drawing your weapon. That puts us on. Let's see. That was Bugatti round, so that puts us on to Damien. What does
Wait.
Damien do?
He pulled out the Bugatti?
Yeah,
Bugatti
Mister.
is instead of a rose whip, a giant rose.
Elephant gun.
Yes.
I fucking hate you.
And now that you've pulled that gun, your initiative drops by 1 to 10. But only by 1 because it's a fucking Bugatti. And in the weird twist of fate, you run faster with it. Damien, Corey, are you with us still?
Yep, running.
Damien's action. What does he do? He's invisible. No one sees him right now.
Running.
Okay, he runs. Full run action. Damien, Corey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then that puts us on Lillian. So Lillian, you just saw Charlemagne go Bugatti. Mel is staring angrily at the monster, holding it at bay. Penelope has run. What do you do?
Alrighty, who's closer to him, Mel or Charlemagne?
Mel is the closest one right now.
Is it possible for me to ready an action to strike him should he come close?
Yes, but it would do nothing because he doesn't have an action this round.
Does not have an action. Okay.
Yeah.
What I am
The bad
going
part
to
about being the lowest initiative is readying actions becomes less useful for you.
That's fair. What I am should I pimp smack this guy? Should I?
Yes.
I'm gonna go full ham then.
Okay.
I don't have enough weird to do it right before. Actually, I probably don't know. There doesn't happen to be a straight metal object around, does there?
Nope.
Okay. Then I'm going to spend 1 glamour right now. I'm building up for an Autumn's Fury.
Okay. Then that's your action.
Oh, it takes the whole willpower to spend the glamour?
The whole round because you don't have the glamour for it in 1 turn, so it becomes a full instant action for you.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Then that puts us at the top of the round. Penelope has run to the door and spent a glamour to open it. Now she just has to make it out of it next turn.
Mm-hmm.
That will bring us over to Mel. Mel, what do you want to do now that this thing is probably going to get a turn?
So Penelope is right at the door.
Yes.
The door is open.
Well, she's in the process of opening it, yes.
She's in the process of opening it. Okay.
Yep.
Fuck.
Indeed.
Again, I really don't want to touch this guy. That seems like it's just inviting a massive amount of pain and trauma. So, yeah, we're gonna bolt for the door.
Well, you see the hunter art go, nope. Calling a full run?
Yep, full run to the door.
All right, that will lose your defense for the round, though. But you have made it 28 meters. All right.
Yay!
So let me double check that if I had your speed right.
Speed is 13.
26 meters. Sorry. Then.
Okay.
Yeah. You move the full range band. We'll say. What's your wits, Charlemagne?
3.
Corey, what is Damien's wits?
2.
2. Okay, so what does Charlemagne do?
Reflexively, I will inflict a point of lethal on myself,
Okay.
and I will pay the 2 glamour to activate Prince of Ivy.
It's 1 glamour because you're doing the reflexive part.
Oh, so I spend 1 glamour, activate
Yep.
Prince of Ivy reflexively, and I take a pot shot while moving back.
All right, so in order, you're going to activate reflexively, but
Mhm.
you're not going to use any of the grapples because that would cost you movement first,
Mhm.
then action, then defense. So instead, you want to keep your defense. You want to be able to move, and you're going to shoot instead.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Making sure. So you back up, brace, fire, roll. With his defense rating right now, because he is decided to go full Akuma on you, comes to trying to calculate. Should have wrote that down. That would be a 9, I think. Nope, 12, because I forgot that adds to derived.
So I take 12 dice off of the attack.
Yes.
Oh, then it's a chance die.
You can spend the willpower, unless Prince of Ivy cost a willpower.
To activate it, no. But
Oh, also you forgot to roll Prince of Ivy just to see. Yeah, it does cost a willpower to activate it because.
Then I can.
All right, so just take a few steps back. Keep aiming. Do you want to take an aim action on him just to get a +1 die on your next shot?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't forget roll presence plus expression plus mantle.
Uh-huh.
And you're going to get a bare minimum of 5 successes, counts as an exceptional. Because you dropped your mask. You decided to also go full ham. And
what's that? I'll spend. I don't think I can spend another point of rim power.
Yeah. So you're just gonna have to make a straight roll. But again, you can't get anything less than 5 successes, so you're not really worried. It's not really too much of an issue.
I got 4 successes.
Okay, so you got a bare minimum of 5 thanks to your mantle, which means you're going to get 8 dice for the grapple attempts, and it counts as an exceptional, meaning each time, each new turn begins at the top of the initiative order. The plants automatically inflict 1 point of bashing damage on any grapple target. So that brings us over to Damien. Does Damien keep running?
Yes.
All right. Does Damien has the option to just run out the door at this point because she was opening. Just runs out. Okay. Damien made it to safety. What does Lillian do?
I do goon tendencies.
Oh my god! I love that.
All right.
I'm about to go ham. She's going to shout to Charlemagne, "Run!" She is going to spend her point of glamour. She's at the 2 she needs.
Okay.
She's calling down Autumn's Fury.
And everyone now is suffering from heavy rain and heavy wind tilts.
Yep. The upside is he is too.
Yes. So everyone knows for the heavy rain and heavy wind tilts, heavy rain is causing you guys -3 to all your perception rolls. And then heavy winds is adding another -3 to perception rolls.
Can't see shit.
Yeah, you can't see shit, but you're moving forward. That is what Lillian is banking on. As long as you move forward. You are fine.
How bad do you want everyone to be suffering here?
I am not dropping the third glamour for lightning strikes. So she specifically avoided it for that reason. However, the other thing that she's going to do is there shadows around here?
Well, yes, thanks to you, there are plenty of shadows around here.
I spend a willpower to turn insubstantial.
Okay.
And I start making my way out.
But what level of hurricane did you want here? The winds are graded on a scale of 1 to 5, and that determines how many dice are removed from people's physical dice pools.
Does that affect their speed?
No, but it does also determine how much bashing damage they take each turn if they fail a reflexive Dex plus Athletics roll to avoid damage.
Does that occur on my turn or theirs?
This occurs on each person's turn.
How do you guys feel about it, y'all? Ham? Because that's
Ham.
probably a motherfucking loyalist.
Ham.
Yeah, Ham.
All right.
All out.
The way, okay, I will say this in character. You say run. Charlemagne replies, "I have to protect you."
So,
Yeah.
all right. We're dropping all motherfucking 5. I'm insubstantial for 3 rounds because of my Darkling bonus.
Yep. And you're just peace out.
Yep.
Yep.
I will say, in case I forget, once I am out, I am deactivating the contract.
Okay. You'll still have to have a line of sight for that, but you are making your way out. Okay. So, insubstantial motherfucker. Puts us on top of the round. Penelope is now out the door. As well. That puts us on Mel. What does Mel do? Oh, sorry, I forgot. Mel needs. I have to make Penelope's Dex plus Athletics roll, and then I need you to make a Dex plus Athletics roll, penalized by 5 dice.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
A chance die.
This is the only way I knew how to stop him.
It's fine.
Well, Penelope took damage as from that as she went out the door. And let me look at Penelope's massive health level pool. Yep.
Okay, so
Is she still up? Oh, my bad.
You were saying for Mel, Heather?
Okay. So in Discord, with a chance die, do you just roll 1 die, or do you tell it to roll chance?
Just
God.
chance. Say chance 1 or chance.
Yeah, there you go. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You succeed in not getting battered about by the wind. You make it out the door then. You see Penelope's been knocked flat on her back by the winds throwing her out and looks pretty banged up on the ground.
We are scooping up Penelope.
You only had enough to make it out the door.
Oh, I only had enough to make it out the door. Okay,
Yep.
fine.
That puts us on Bugatti.
Okay. The action of getting everyone to safety has been completed.
So give me your Dex plus Athletics first.
Does my hedge duelist stuff come into play?
Hedge Duelist is... I thought that was a bonus to attack rolls. Let me double check. Yeah, as you can see, running away from things, Corey, is exactly how changelings work. Successfully.
Yeah.
Hedge Duelist, what's your Hedge Duelist rating?
3.
3.
Hold it.
It would apply if you make an attack. You have extra freaking armor. I mean, and you add extra. No, it is all attack except for the armor that you get. You're at 2-0 that stacks with any armor that you have. Doesn't stack with contracts or hedge spinning, but does 100% stack with any other armor you're wearing.
Okay.
As
So
it represents, yeah.
All right. So
you're
yeah,
you're
it's
going
not-
to be ignoring at least 2 points of damage off the top if you fail.
So
I'm so sorry.
it's fine.
At least it's not Penelope who has no armor.
Oh, okay.
5 bashing. Plop.
All right. So how much is knocked off from the roll?
Minus 5 dice.
Alright, so that's 4. That's -1. I spent a willpower. I rolled 2 dice. Nope.
Would you like to take a dramatic failure?
No.
If you take a dramatic failure, Lily is
Already did
risking
my
hell and
dramatic failure.
Alright.
There's no point in taking them now.
So
she
you have-
risk hell and high water to get him out if he fucking dramatic fails that shit.
So you have at least 1 lethal, and now you have 3 bashing on you.
hmm
What is your action?
Run.
Oh, that was not fun. Okay, so you're running. Angry Guy is going to spend a willpower to finally get an action.
hmm
He also needs to make the roll at -5 dice.
Yep. Actually, I might not have to spend the willpower, come to think of it, because you might actually have hit him with an attack. -5 dice, so that's 1 plus that's...
He might still have a crazy ass dice pool, but we'll see.
So he does have to spend a willpower to move. He is going to spend a willpower. He is then going to let out a angry roar as he decides to bound forward like I would say a hedge beast, but it's closer to a hedge monster at this point. Just running forward at top speed, making it to the door in 1 bound. He didn't make it through the door, but he's up to the door as he just runs straight past Charlemagne.
Shit. All right.
That brings us over to... Oh no, he's in Berserk. Never mind, he has to attack Charlemagne. Damn it. When did it... Alright, he's going to attack Charlemagne.
Okay.
Charlemagne has no penalty to defense, fortunately, from all of this. What is his defense rating?
Currently 2.
Oh god.
He might outright kill me.
Technically. Let's see. That comes to 2, cancels out that, so that's 50. Would you like to... Oh, you've already spent a willpower, haven't you?
Yep.
Would any... Do we have any Ferris? I think we have a Ferris.
We have 2 technically, me and
Oh, Mel's a Ferris, right?
Mel's a drug. She's a beast.
Mel is a beast, yeah.
Darkling. Wizened.
Matt, don't feel bad. Like it happens.
Penelope will spend her willpower on you, giving you +2 to defense.
Okay.
Because she can do that. But that is literally all she has.
Roll. See what happens.
Oh. Oh, come on. That's how I roll. This was supposed to be epic. You have armor 2, so that's going to indicate that. That's down to 1. Take 4 lethal.
Okay.
And so you were at 3 bashing and that. Charlemagne's health levels are...
I think I have 4.
You're at incap. You're still alive.
Mhm.
You can spend a willpower to...
I have to at this point.
And that puts us over onto... Yeah, it puts it on to you.
Who's you?
Charlemagne.
Okay.
So it just runs up, opens its mouth, rips a chunk out of his shoulder, which at this point everyone can see this just gruesome display, swallows it down, and just roars again. As Charlemagne does what?
Okay.
Also, you get another XP, by the way, if you put it in your thing, because you suffered a wound in one of your 3 rightmost boxes. You can roll stamina reflexively to stay awake right now.
Okay, let's do that.
Alright.
One success.
1 success. You're still conscious. What do you want to do? You're taking a -3 penalty to rolls.
Can I reflexively? I do have the healing contract. So.
Yes. You can also run out the door with the others.
Yeah, let's run out the door.
All right. You run out the door. I will. Let's see. That puts us on. You done. Damien, what do you do now? You see everyone but Lillian. She disappeared. With you. Corey?
Well, I'm just gonna stay hidden.
Okay, you're staying hidden. Then that puts us on Lillian. Lillian, you make it through the door. You see everyone's out there. You notice that Charlemagne is bleeding everywhere. The rampaging beast is behind you, standing in front of the door. Well, on the other side of the door. What do you do?
Close the door.
So am I out yet or no?
Yes,
I
you're
didn't
out.
catch that part.
You make it out.
Okay. So I cannot see Damien, period, right? I can't even attempt to roll to be like, where's he at?
You don't have a power that would Clash of Wills in. You could make a killing check, but you'd have to have the Goblin Eye to Clash of Wills in.
Fair enough. Okay. So all we got to do is close the door, right?
Yep.
I turn off Autumn's Fury and I close the door.
All right. And you close the door. At that point in time, does anyone give medical... Okay, what do you guys...
I can handle me.
All right. I assume you're activating your contract?
Yes.
All right, get your roll out, and while you're rolling, I'm going to ask... Heather, what are you doing with Penelope?
Okay, Mel has Penelope scooped up. Fun fact, Mel has Mel has 1 dot in medicine. And how banged up does Penelope look?
Penelope looks very, very banged up right now. Like, she looks like she got hit by a car, banged up.
Oh shit.
This was
Not like she's gonna die because you guys are changelings, but she looks like she's probably not going to be able to walk very well for a while.
This is far above Mel's ability to fix currently. She'll have to do something about fixing that. That being said, she will very, very carefully kind of like scoop Penelope up, just so she can be more comfortable.
Okay.
And she's not laying, flat on her face on the ground.
Sounds like a good position not to be in.
Yeah.
In that case, you guys see Lillian has appeared and she has closed the door. The last thing Lillian saw as she was closing the door is a gauntleted hand of fire reaching out for her, and then door close and no thud. Damien is still nowhere to be seen. God rest his soul. And how was? Did you roll your mantle plus?
I was actually looking it up for my own reference. I got it.
Oh, would Mel mind Lillian doing some emergency care for Penelope?
Not at all.
Yeah, so Lillian is going to. Yeah, Lillian's going to take a look. Sorry?
Go ahead. Do what you do.
Lillian's going to, she's at Safe Storage Solutions. I assume there's a first aid kit around somewhere, right?
Yes.
All right, so she's going to grab some of those, and I don't care if it gives me an equipment bonus or not.
It does. It's a +2.
All right, awesome. So I am at 6 dice. I'm going to spend a willpower for 9 dice.
Okay.
And I'm going to expend the inspired condition for this.
Oh, you dirty cheater.
Hmm.
I got 6 successes.
6 successes. So you downgrade 4 lethal on your sheet to bashing, and you heal 2 of the bashing. So you only have 6 bashing on you.
For Lillian's medicine roll. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Anthony.
I'll sleep
Yeah, for Lillian's medicine roll, she got 4 successes, but hashtag exceptional.
All right. And you have that if no one was looking, but people are looking. And you successfully heal. That means 1 point of bashing damage guaranteed.
Alrighty.
And as an exceptional, I'm going to say you downgrade her wound penalty by 1 for now.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's the least she can do for the ham button getting hit as hard as possible.
Charlemagne will get up, blood soaked.
But no longer bleeding.
No longer bleeding, but still blood soaked because he lost his chunk of his shoulder.
Oh, that. Yeah. But now the shoulder is mysteriously back.
He'll walk over to Penelope, and I'll spend my last point of willpower.
Wait, doesn't that downgrades lethal to bashing, right?
And bashing to nothing.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it did that too.
And I will roll.
Damien is just going to randomly end his contract. Like, he's just standing there suddenly. Hell of an adventure, right, guys?
7 successes.
Yes. Hell of an adventure.
Well then, you just healed her, and if I recall right, an exceptional success with that contract heals all bashing instantaneously.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Yep. So he lays hands on Penelope, and Penelope just all her wounds are gone in an instant.
Matt.
Yes.
I have a question.
I have hopefully the answer you're seeking.
Okay. Because that thing dropped his mask.
Yes.
We've seen his mane and his mantle.
Yes.
To figure out what that is, that's a intelligence occult roll?
Yes.
Okay, and my mantle bonus would apply.
Yes. Because seeming is fairly obvious. You know that what you were staring at was most certainly a ogre.
Whew, boy. Okay. And then to figure out equal to okay, so that's a +3. And I would like to expend the inspired condition on this.
Okay. You're going to get an exceptional success.
Woohoo.
If you at least roll one success.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3.
God, that is a Bugatti level heal.
Mm-hmm.
I got
Go.
1 success.
Well, you in your far travels have seen plenty of kits like this. That was a gristle grinder.
Whew.
I will also say you've seen that. You've actually seen that mantle before. That's an Icelandic winter mantle.
Oh shit.
You know them as Vikings and berserkers and pillagers in the modern age. And you recognize what I will say as your exceptional success bonus. You recognize one of the contracts he had operational. That was definitely Red Revenge.
So So now that this is all over, Mel is just going to kind of plop down on the floor. And say, so, I think that it is best until we're ready to take that thing out, which I might be able to help with because I'm pretty sure I know what it is. Nobody goes in the freehold.
Good call. I agree.
Penelope nods her head as well. Penelope smiles at Charlemagne. Thank you for healing me.
He looks exhausted. Mentally. He looks like a lot of life has entered into his face, and he's just kind of plumped, half awake.
We should probably go though.
Yep, we should go. But you're alright, so it's okay.
Mel will look to Lillian.
Everyone's okay.
She's staring at the door right now. She's definitively not moving towards it. But she is just staring at it, sitting down.
We need to seal up this storage locker and make sure that everyone knows.
Why didn't he follow us?
Maybe we were too fast?
No.
Maybe
He has this. And if he can't, then why not?
At that point in time, you will notice a gauntleted hand come underneath the door and it start lifting.
And that's that. Do I need to roll to hit his fucking hand?
Yes.
How would that even work?
I'm gonna be pulling a trick here in a second too.
Fuck it.
If you just take the usual penalty for targeting a hand. Minus
Yeah, I'm
2
shooting.
dice.
I'm shooting his hand.
You probably will want to tell Lillian to get out of the way then.
Lillian, move.
Gets out of the way of the Bugatti.
Minus 2 dice. No defense. So make your roll.
What Lillian will do? Actually, no, she's not going to do that.
This is what we have Bugattis for.
He might lose a hand, but would you say that I'm acting in accordance of my needle and thread?
Let me double check. Not your thread. I'll give you your needle. I'll give you 1 willpower.
So in this rendition, you still have to roll to hit, or
Yes, you still have to roll to hit. You could still, in theory, fail. Basically, at this point, you're rolling not to fail.
gotcha.
This is going to be so ham in second.
Oh shit, I'm really bad at this.
Okay, that was cool. Dude,
1 success.
all right. Everyone's ears are rattled by the sound of the shot going off. It's loud enough that it hurts. It's painful.
Okay.
But there's
Closing her ears up.
there's no hand now. And there's a giant hole in the door, making it no longer effective as a portaling. Because when I say a hole in the door, I mean it's a big, gigantic. This is not a door anymore.
Walk that off, motherfucker.
Ooh, that one liar. Nominated him for an XP for that.
Definitely.
I think that's why he was waiting, because of the sniper rifle I made for Charlemagne.
I thought that was a cannon.
Well, it's more like an anti-vehicle rifle.
Great. Well, this has been fun, guys. But if you don't mind, I'm going to go back to anything but being chased by that.
Yeah. Penelope has her hands on her arms, rubbing them. That's probably a good idea.
Well, and Damien's going to hand out his business card to everyone present. Don't forget, the Frozen Spring is there for you if you ever need him. And then he's going to salute and he's going to walk away.
Bye, Damien. Wait.
I'm also going to take that moment to actually leave the game. I gotta go.
Later.
See ya.
Mel will take the business card and just tuck it in her pocket.
Click.
I'm out of court. Fuck the police.
Oh no,
Hey.
shootings happen around this place all the time. It's part of the scary part of it to keep the kids away.
No, hey, Matt.
Mhm.
I don't know what I need it for, but
No.
just in case, I'm collecting that ogre's hand.
Considering what hit it, it's not as much a hand as a paste spread across the interior of that storage facility, all the way up to the hole that goes through the other part of the wall of the storage facility and out the door of the next storage building behind it.
So
Yeah,
what you're
it's a bit
saying
of a
is,
boo-boo.
I can get a milkshake.
I'm saying you can get it if you could scrape it off of how it's been embedded and paste it across concrete. So if
You can get a
you're
little-
taking the concrete with you, Yes, if you're
What?
or if you're rubbing like a cloth on it, sure. But like it's not going to be like pick it up with your hand sort of thing.
That's fair. She just wants that just in motherfucking case.
That's actually really not a bad idea.
Autumn Court, represent.
I'm starting to think that they want to kill me.
No, I think
No.
they want to make sure that we don't have a chance to save our friends, and that you're extremely important.
So one group wants my brain, and the other group wants to do something else with me. Great.
Lillian's gonna look over to Penelope and ask, I'm sure that you've told Charlemagne about the brain thing, but she'll point back at the door and actually no, she's gonna point at the hand that she's wiping up. Do you have any idea why they would want you?
She shakes her head. Not a single clue.
Do you mind if I try to find out?
I don't see a problem with that. I mean, I don't want you to get caught up in anything. It's getting very dangerous.
Stairs. Stares and Spider. Looks back at the hand. Looks back at Lot 42. Looks at Safe Storage Solutions. Looks back at Penelope. Not even salty.
Mel bites her lip. I have to go home.
I'll be fine.
I'm coming with you if that's okay.
Me?
No. Points to Penelope.
Okay.
Charlemagne will go and hug Mel from behind. Thank you.
Bella freezes in place and her face turns about 5 different shades of pink.
Get a nuzzle.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Let
her go.
She'll
Bounding on his feet.
she'll give Penelope's hand a squeeze. I'll call you.
All right.
And see what I can do about finding a safe place for you to stay.
I can just stay at my shop. I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
That's what they said, and then an ogre attacked.
Yeah, I don't mind going back and forth from the shop to the theater. Again, I don't mean to impose on you. It's just, well, if I may be frank, I think you've become a priority. In more ways than one.
Oh, one last thing before I go. That was a gristle grinder with an Icelandic winter mantle, and I am reasonably certain he was using Red Revenge.
Sword, yes? Attica, it's okay for me to just kind of know the common or like
everyone,
the Arcadian
everyone
shit,
knows
right?
the categories. I mean,
okay.
If you've thought of a cult, you know that.
Alrighty.
Mel will nod.
Charlemagne looks on in like abject confusion.
Oh God, yeah.
So yeah, no, same thing with Lillian will say. So we need to find out what the hell Iceland wants with Austin, Texas.
Well, could be all sorts of things. I mean, it's another seasonal court, which means they would know how seasonal magic works.
Though that ogre didn't seem like our standard winter type.
No, but it's still a seasonal chord. What if that? Charlemagne,
Yes.
what if we're not the original seasonal chords here?
I was thinking that.
You should probably talk to the other monarchs. Thanks again, everyone. I'll get out of your hair. I'll just call an Uber.
No.
Mm,
No.
No. I guess we're all taking Uber.
Yeah, and also I still, again, if you weren't okay with it, let me know. But I have a contract I can use to see if I can figure out a reason why they'd want you or need you.
She shrugs. Okay.
It might not work, but let's see.
Any way I can help?
Mm. Do you have any printed pictures of her?
Of whom?
Of Penelope?
Yeah, I have a few.
Wait, you do?
Yeah, I'm like one of your biggest fans.
But I just make candy.
She make best candy.
You wear some pretty bitchin' dresses that I'm pretty jealous of.
Oh, well, do you want one?
I'd rather learn how to make them myself. You're the ceiling for me. She
Alright.
looks up and
Compliment.
smiles.
Look at that. More followers to Tumblr. Yes. Hands over the picture.
I'm going to have to tear this up. I hope that's okay.
Yes, it's fine.
She tears that up. And that's my loophole for Portents and Visions.
Since I'm assisting, can he add like the cooperation dice?
No, there's actually a merit for Autumn Courtiers that does that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's,
Fucking noblesse obliged.
Yep. So
Mm-hmm.
it's going to take you 1 minute, and you have to tell me if you're looking into the past or the future first.
I am looking into her past.
All right. And what is the current interest?
My current interest is, I suppose. Okay, tell me if this is too general. I'll try to narrow it down.
Okay.
What Penelope could have done to gain this interest.
Okay. Go for it. Give me a...
believe it's manipulation plus occult.
Yes,
plus
manipulation plus occult plus weird versus the composure plus weird of the target. However, because you told her you're doing this, she is allowed to relent.
Yes, that's what I was going for. Consent.
Yes. Which means you just need to not fail.
You could also spend your inspired condition that you have.
I already did to make sure she was all good.
Sure.
I would expend informed, but informed just debilitates her. Or not informed. The exceptional success score just debilitates her. So I'd rather not.
Well, I mean, you can always give another condition to shore her up. Remember, gains a condition to represent an emotion associated with the event. Granted, of course, if it's a bad event, then yeah, it's going to probably be a clarity hit to both of you.
Yeah. So I'm not going to fuck with that.
Okay.
Just going to give this shit a whirl. I am, however, going to drop a point of willpower on this. This is vastly important. So
okay.
5, 6, 9.
Ah, this
Okay.
is so much. I will be honest. This is so different from Elwad. It's just how much you guys can spend willpower.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten so used to no, can't spend willpower.
Okay. So I've got 2.
All right. So looking back into her past, you see as the mist of time part for you, you see events spiraling past too fast for you to see. But then it shows an image of her in not this dress, but another one. It's a pink one made of looks like some sort of fluffy candy, like cotton candy for the lace. Um, a very translucent gummy candy for the satiny layers. Some hard rock candy for the jewels, walking around on her way to Safe Storage Solutions. And at that moment, you can see a black car. You can't make out the people in it, but you can make out. She looks over at the car, curious, but shrugs, letting it go. And you can see some sort of light reflecting from it as she begins to turn away. And you hear the sound of a camera going off with no flash. And now you're back into present.
You were wearing a dress made entirely out of candy. It wasn't this dress. It was another one. You were on your way here. A black car pulled up. You stepped into it.
No, she didn't step
And-
into the car. She was walking into safe storage.
Oh, okay. I thought she. Okay. So, yeah, she'll say you're walking to safe storage. A black car pulled up. A picture was taken of you with the flash off. Did you wear this dress recently?
Few days ago. Before everything got crazy. It's one of the ones I like. Helps to dress up when you're going to the market. She thinks for a second. That was just back on. Oh, whenever someone. Yeah, I was on my way because I wanted to trade information. I had just told Charlemagne about how someone had managed to alert the Chamber of Commerce. Someone was researching some kind of financial check or something, but really fast. And so I got dressed, came over here, went to the market to confirm and trade for some information, and then went home. And yeah, just a normal day. I didn't even notice a car.
Lillian looks. She thinks. It's unlikely they just happened upon you on the street and decided to take a picture of you and then decided that you were going to be an instrumental part of their plans. If they are, then I'm curious. But I think I have an idea on how we can help ensure your safety.
She nods. Oh, and are you? I mean, everyone's doing so much for me. It's kind of embarrassing.
We're a freehold. We're a community. we should be expending this amount of effort for all of our members.
All right.
Lillian kind of eyes Penelope up and down. Hey, Matt, are they the same size? Actually, it doesn't matter.
Same size ish. Penelope is definitely of a slight build. The height wise, they're about maybe half an inch or so apart. Though
Okay.
that's probably because of the heels she's wearing and the lack of heels that Lillian has on. Around the for other measurements, I would say not very wide hips, probably a B chest, if that's anywhere near Lillian's.
So homegirl is damn near flat in that regard. No, but I realize it doesn't matter. Wait, am I still there? Did I drop?
No,
I think
you're
I
still
dropped.
here.
Oh, okay, I just don't see the green lights. There we go. Lillian is going to look at Charlemagne, look at Penelope, and say, how do we feel about a body double?
Possible.
I can do that.
Dangerous. I wouldn't. I mean, all three of you have done so much. I can't ask one of you to put your life on the line.
I am your friend. I use her nose.
Am a spider that is trying to do the right thing.
Good effort.
Alright.
Thumbs up.
If you guys are so bent on helping me, maybe I should just get some of my things from my shop, close it down for a few days, and stay somewhere else.
I guess you're staying with me then. Hooray! Slumber party!
I certainly don't mind working out the body double thing. It'll be hard, but
all right.
sure, look. There are ways. There are ways. She smiles. She's kind of excited about this. This is probably kind of creepy.
Penelope bites her lip, nods, and then looks over at Mel. And whenever you find a place for me to stay,
I'll let you know. She smiles.
she'll smile back, her smile brightening the entire parking lot.
But for now, you're probably safest with Charlemagne.
All right. Well, thanks again. I guess I should go with you. She says, looking at Charlemagne and Lillian.
Slumber party.
Yes.
Sounds good to me. And Mel,
Yes?
I hope we can hang out without, She says, looking at the door.
That would be really nice eventually.
Mhm. And
She'll give Penelope's shoulder a squeeze. It'll happen.
all right, I think I'm ready to go home.
We call an Uber. Bugatti goes back in my hair, back in rose form. Let's go.
Bringing us back to everyone else. Does anyone have anything else they need to do with the scene?
Not that I can think of. I still have my informed thing. That's lasting until I do it. So there's that.
We could
Okay.
use that. Well, I think the next thing is this. Charlotte's gonna be hanging out with Penelope, like doing research.
Okay. Then those of you who are going to be researching the book, because you're going to be near it, I will need intelligence plus occult rolls from you, 1 a day until I'll tell you when you've hit the requisite number of successes. Those of you who have cheating powers, let me know if you use them in your blue book as well. But anything else did you guys need for this scene?
No.
Heather?
Nope, I'm good.
Tim?
I'm good.
All right. In that case, as the scene ends with Penelope shuffling towards an Uber with Charlemagne and Lillian talking, picking out a movie, and Mel starts walking towards her own ride after it comes, stopping for a moment to look over at a passing black car. Tinted windows so dark she can't see inside of it. It slows down for a moment and then drives away at normal speed. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Have a good evening.